well. It isn't another Thursday. Music. This fellow here doing some spooky business. Taking a delivery. That's my good friend, Meredith Gerber from Red Carpet. He says we're getting creepy. Hello, friends. Can you hear me all right? It's overwhelming me. Yeah. Imagine it is. Just turn that down just a smidge. How's that? Can you hear me? Doing good? Yeah. Quote of the day is from our friend Stormer from chat, as we're all just skeletons carrying around our personalized meat Gundams. Excellent. Hey, look at everybody. Pals, it's so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. It's ThursdAGE, and it's a solo Disembodied Troy. We've got plenty of stuff. And talk about it we shall. We've got some really great things cooking in the tank. We've got a sale going on. We've also got 2 new releases powered by the Adventure Game Engine. And as you know, ThursdAGE is your weekly kind of, it's your weekly view into what's going on with the Adventure Game Engine and all the titles that it powers. Let me do a little switcheroo here. Look at this. Look at all this stuff. On sale right now, we've got some select Cthulhu Awakens supplements and the core rulebook, as well as engines on sale, dread calls, 20% off. That is, oh, you know what? I didn't think to ask for how long we will be doing it. I think I knew it at one point. But you know how it goes. Information in, information out. I do believe that we will be continuing it at least through mid-October. We'll find out for sure. But let me pull this up for you. Do this one. It's a little trickier when Troy has to do it all by himself, but it's still just as delightful. And we'll look at this. There we go. A little smaller than I like. Here for a moment. But yeah, so we've got a sale. If you head on over to the Green Ronin online store, you can even do it right now while we're chatting together during this program. I will do that. Thanks, Bradley. How about now? Is that better? How am I doing now? Well, not all of the Cthulhu Awakens stuff is on sale. The core rulebook is. And let's take a look at this. Of course, you've got the quick start, which is free. You can pick that up. The Cthulhu Awakens, the Age RPG of the Weird Century in print is on sale. The PDF is on sale. In addition, you can grab yourself Dread Crawls. And an Engine. Now, if you haven't had a chance to check out Engine or Dread Crawls, out of the mind of our very own Malcolm Shepard, has collected not just his work, but the work of some just luminaries to help bring Cthulhu Awakens to life and help you bring it to life around your table. Head on over there and check that stuff out. And a touch better, you know what? I can actually turn the music down a little as well. There we go. That ought to do it. Yeah, so lots of good stuff on sale. head on over there, not only through the Green Ronin online store, but also DriveThruRPG. So if you like all your PDFs in one pile from our friends at DriveThru, you can do that as well. But I also want to talk about, real quickly, let's go to, I made a bunch of fun little graphics for us, which is why I was running a little late, doing a little of the improvisation. I want to talk about our new releases. I want to get rid of that. So Fantasy Age 2nd Edition Cthulhu Mythos, as well as Brinkmanship. And 2 new releases. We timed it for October to kind of be Cthulhu-y. It's our kind of spookiest stuff to share. And the Cthulhu Mythos for Fantasy Age 2nd Edition is awesome. We've got it in the Green Ronin online store as well as over at DriveThruRPG. Let me drop a link for you. It is the Tentaclius season for sure. We're so excited to have a bunch of new age stuff for you to play around with. Anybody in chat pick up the looks like Rain, you say the Cthulhu Mythos supplement is really excellent. What have you liked the most about it? Would you give us a little testimonial in chat? It's really fantastic. I wanted, we'll probably do that. We'll probably go through both of these books in more detail on a show, but I would love for the developers to be here because there's so much about it that as it relates to the development process that is much more interesting than me kind of flipping through a PDF and sort of saying, ooh, pictures. We will do that. Unfortunately, it was a illness, pregnancies, and something about a dog, I think. So it's me. And we'll bring our developers in. We'll get into the talk about Brinkmanship as well for Cthulhu Awakens, and that is by our very own Alexander Thomas. And looking forward to diving into that. Let me pull that link up for you. Now, Brinkmanship is found at this. Oh, good. Our friend Paul Hippo HQ says, I really like the ritual magic. Let's see. You can reenact Conan the Barbarian meets the Cthulhu Mythos. Sure, absolutely. Rain also mentions the ritual magic. Applying it to the world building of your setting can give the magic level of your setting a real boost. And Shortmore says, I really love how the divisions between the various age lines are blurring. No doubt talking about the fact that, there's so many ways that you can kind of play Fantasy Age and mix in a little Cthulhu with the Cthulhu Mythos. But, you can do just as much of that with, say, Blue Rose. We've talked about that a lot, how, the adventure game engine lends itself as a really phenomenal toolbox that you can kind of borrow bits and pieces of and bring in a little scariness. We've got people who mix their Dragon Age with their Fantasy Age. It's really an endless opportunity for you to kind of create a very unique setting and put your own personal stamp on it while utilizing some of the most evocative themes you can find out there. Let's see here. The role-playing cinematic universe, yeah. Alex does write really cool adventures. I was just taking a look at Brinkmanship, Turkey, 1965, CIA Outpost 323. You've been recruited by the Implicit Cartography Group, an obscure arm of the company, with mysterious duties to investigate why 323's communications are down. Did the Soviets infiltrate? Did something go wrong with the secret spy with secret spy place experiments in the Turkish wilderness? Or did a secret group of psychics, so-called remote viewers, uncover secrets too terrifying to share. A lot of secretive things, a lot of secretive groups doing secretive things, uncovering secrets and the truth that lies beyond anyone's expectations. Really good stuff. And I've finally disabused myself of saying brinksmanship. It is brinkmanship. The sale ends, by the way, the sale for the Cthulhu Awakens stuff ends on Halloween. So there you go. Yeah, really, a really great, I love that it's a 1965 spy thriller with all of the magical stuff that you would expect in a Cthulhu Awakens joint. Everything's secret, even me. You are very secret, friend. Let's see. Oh, Swan May's here, and yeah, that's great. Swan May, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later when we talk about what's going on in the tank. But there's a Halloween age jam, and we're really looking forward to all the details about that for sure. Tempo says also blurring the genres between fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. Fitting considerations how the older stories also blurred the genres. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I am also looking forward to what's going on with the Halloween Age Jam and also just homebrew stuff in general. Very, very excited about what that means. Bradley asks, will there be POD? And the answer to that, I believe, is yes. I'll get an answer for you for sure, but I believe that I think things are set up for POD now. Now, that could be a lie. But it is our intention, of course, to get those print on demand for those who are wondering what POD is. And I'm consulting the elder gods now to find out exactly what the plan is for POD. Let's do this. Let's see. Checking the POD for Fantasy Age Cthulhu Mythos is awaiting proofs. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Not available right this moment, but soon to be. Let's see. I'll wait till they're done there and check in the chat for other questions. If I miss your question, do me a favor because it's just me. Go ahead and drop your re-ask your question so I don't have to go back too far. You bet, Bradley. Swami says it's fun being the person in the know about the cool new age things first. Yeah, it is fun, isn't it? Absolutely a blast, actually. And let's see, what do I have next on the old agenda? It is. We did talk about the sale already. Oh, here we go. I want to share, we did actually talk about the sale. 20% off of those goodies, and you can find that in the Green Ronin online store or Drive-Thru RPG. But we also have a Cthulhu Awakens actual play, Echoes at the Threshold. And that is being run by our very own GM Jonesy over at Untold Stories, the Untold Stories project. And I'm going to give you that website. And I believe that they've already started, they've done at least one, so you can catch up. And I'll drop this, actually. There we go. I'll give you their YouTube. And you can be sure you're following our friends over there. That, of course, Alex Thomas and Jonesy and all of the great streams that go on over there. Mutants Mastermind stuff, all kinds of good stuff. But then especially you want to check this out. Echoes at the Threshold, starting 9/24. So yeah, started just towards the end of last month and continues on. What was the 24th? Was the 24th of Thursday? So it looks like they're doing them Thursday evenings. Is that? You can find more information about that and all of the other stuff that goes on with our friends at the Untold Stories project by visiting their website. Of course, you can see their social media stuff. I see an update for as far as brinkmanship goes, it's 24 pages, so we're probably not going to do POD for that. It's a little small for that kind of thing. But in addition to all the stuff that we've got cooking as far as the new releases, the sales, there's so much going on in the Atomic Think Tank. Now, if you're wondering what that's all about, maybe you haven't heard us talk about it and you haven't had a chance to check it out yourself. The Atomic Think Tank is a community hub for Green Ronin special interest groups. So there's spaces for really everything and more developing. It is really a opportunity for people to connect with developers. It's in some cases. Now, I want to make this really clear because there still can be some community confusion about this. The Atomic Think Tank is free. All the good stuff that comes with being a part of a TTRPG community, all of the things that we do to try to support everybody, is free. And I want to actually pull that up here 1 second. Let's see. Go. And swap a screen, pop it in. Here's the Atomic Think Tank. And the notion, is just to connect and to find ways to have our community working closely with each other in more creative and fun ways, as well as find, as a result of our connection, our deeper connection with folks in the community, find new ways to support folks. We've got plenty of events, live streams and actual plays, all kinds of good stuff. Just yesterday, I started what I'm calling Get Tanked with Troy, but it's office hours, and that starts with an hour-long drop-in Zoom session. It's really just like setting up my office in a space where anybody can hop on in and ask some questions. We can talk about stuff. We had just phenomenal talks yesterday, very well attended, and I gotta say, one of the things I love about the work that I do is the opportunity to talk about important stuff. And yesterday was just such a great, actually my office hours were supposed to be from 2 to 5, and it went much later, which is often the case when you get to hang around with cool people and have a great conversation. So the way that it's going to break down, it'll change, of course, based on the needs of the community, but there will definitely always be a component of a Zoom drop-in meeting of whether that's at the beginning or closer to the end. I'm going to change the time around a little bit because I want to make this a little bigger. I want to accommodate. We've got some live streamers that I don't want to steal the spotlight from, and would rather support them by being able to hang out with them. And so my office hours will likely go a little later, but we'll know for sure. Next Wednesday, there'll be an update to the event. But yeah, look at all these events. We've got our stuff, of course. I love this, the Badgerium, which is basically just a place for you to go and make your badges for the games that you play, the stuff that you like. There are, of course, plenty of other badges that, let's see, here's the Badgerium. You just come in and you can click. If you are somebody who likes to GM for The Expanse, or you're a Masterminds fan and you use Discord, or you're in Foundry or Roll20, Fantasy Ground, you can click and that will actually update your, let me see if I can show off my, yeah. So, I, of course, have been slacking on the badges. It's difficult when you kind of hide your fingers and all this stuff to have all the badges, but they kind of show up right here. You get a nice little header of all the different people that are in your orbit. Look at all these cool kids. Some of my favorite peeps. But yeah, so you get to fill out your profile, add some personal links. These are all my referrals, but it also kind of shows people what you're into and what about the tank that you are involved in or like to read or be associated with. So in addition to the Badgerian, we have, of course, the official news and announcement space. You can see here, this is, running a poll on when folks would like to meet, when they would like me to be available to hang out. And, Wednesday evenings, by far, the choice. And let's see, So official news and announcements, but we have a space for our community content program. In addition, let's say you're somebody who is published. You have some, you are in the Age Creators Alliance. You are the Chronicle System Guild. The Age Creators Alliance, of course, allows for people to publish their own works under the Age Creators license, and you are able to be published, and you get to sell it for money, for real money. And community content, let's see, there's space for people to ask questions right now. If you're somebody who's published, we're setting up special pages for you so that you can showcase your developments, new releases, like our friend here at Portfolio Lebeau. Let's check out what's cooking. I saw some great stuff. Vitaeth Adventures, Season 3 Factions, and Mortal Foes. Awesome stuff. And you can come here and check out stuff, and you can ask questions directly, have a conversation. I see people right now are in having all kinds of conversations. And when you're the Age Creators Lines, you release on Drive-Thru RPG. So, our friend Ren has been just absolutely just creating some of the most compelling, wonderful Age Creators Alliance releases. And just this week, in our chat now, chatting about all the good stuff. And I just got to say, too, I really appreciate all of your engagement on this stuff. And let's say you're out there in the world and you have published or you'd like to. Let's talk, because you can have your own space here as well. There are some spaces that you haven't seen yet, other developers who are getting ready to release some stuff, both through Mutants and Masterminds. Hey, Allie! Good to see you, my friend. So glad that you're here. Hey, Shadowcat says, hi there, all, and thanks for the new quick start. You are very welcome. Let's see. Shormer says, how do you other ACA wizards manage to playtest enough? I always feel like I need more feedback before I can finish. I'm glad you brought that up, because the think tank is quite literally the best place for that kind of thing. We're just lousy with people who want to help you, who will absolutely either, play in a session with you or run a session with your stuff. This is the community to bring that kind of stuff to. And then, Ren saying, when writing an adventure, I usually have at least 2 groups go through the adventure. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah, I should do that. Jay Gray says, forgot to ask you to create one for me. 100%. Allie, you do get all the badges, especially the one that says you're a cool kid. Good to see you, my friend. Squire says, when will the Gravy Squatch specific section of the tank be active? It could be. Maybe there is a secret society of Gravy Squatchians. I don't know what you'd call them. A savory circle, perhaps. That is, maybe they're already there. Maybe they're already formed, and maybe you already belong. Just don't know. More on that, I'm sure, to come. But let's look. Okay, we have a place for the streamers to come and hang out. You'll see some stuff here. Pay attention if you care about stuff. You might see something here that's in development that I'm not going to show or share. But did I blow your mind, Squire? Um, this is what I love about the community is that it's an opportunity to share things that you're working on, advice, and cross collaboration. Really looking forward to seeing as more streamers come online. We've got more streamers coming, working with at least at this point 5 or 6 different live streams to be. And if you're one of those, you want to head over to atomicthinktank.com and let me know. And let me know in advance enough so that we can provide you with pricing. We could provide you with special guests. We can provide you with, of course, all of the promo and sharing through our social media. You could be a guest here on ThursdAGE. All of those things you can avail yourself of all those resources by heading over to the Atomic Think Tank and letting us know what you're doing. Even if you don't think that you're going to be launching a thing, this applies also to, say, developing something for the Age Creators Land. If you think, or if you know you're working on something, give us a heads up because we can do a lot to support you. And there's so many people who are actively doing the thing and have just incredible advice. I'll say this: this community, drama free. It is. It just doesn't happen, and that is the way we want to keep it. I mean, anybody's welcome to come and hang out. We treat everyone with respect. It's fun. It is engaging. It's interesting. There are just plenty of things happening. With the... I want to switch screens here for a second. But, that we launched our Kit campaign for the Expanse role-playing game Transport Union Edition. And if you aren't super familiar, I might actually decide to, maybe I'll do that now, play a little vid. And let me get to that. I'll play that right now. Where is it? Here we go. Enjoy.
Welcome to your next operation, the Expanse role-playing game Transport Union Edition. Based on our intel, this is nothing less than a game changer. We're equipping ourselves with a brand new core rulebook packed with everything needed to navigate the dangers ahead. With 3 new supplements come 2 new sets of dice. And yes, we can confirm gaming minis for the Expanse RPG. And for the new folks, welcome aboard. The Expanse RPG runs on the stunt-powered adventure game engine. It's fast, easy to learn, and prime for action. Veterans, this edition integrates with all your past operations. The difference is more character options, more ships, more equipment, backgrounds, adversaries, and even more still. All of this takes place between the 6th and 7th novels for The Expanse by James S.A. Corey. We've identified 2 mission profiles: Free Navy Conflict and Demon's Gambit, a deep dive into the Transport Union era. And if it's more depth you seek, the Crew Companion is your go-to. It's a player's guide offering more character options and deeper insights into the universe of The Expanse and your place within it. And for the first time, official miniatures for The Expanse RPG. We partnered with War Games Atlantic to bring you 2 sets of miniatures, a set for the crew and another for spaceships. Your crew, your ships in the palm of your hand. Back The Expanse RPG Transport Union Edition today.
Look at that. $253,000, $994. This is, we just hit the 250 today, this morning, I believe. And very, very excited about that. Of course, this is, thank you, everybody. Yeah, really, really excited about it. Yes, yeah, I know that the VO talent is just excelsior, to be sure. Let's see. Shadowcat says, I asked my local library staff if I could run for them in Dragon Age Quick Start. And the reason is in the UK, there's kids and snowflake adults, so I'm waiting for them to get back to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, certainly. Duke, if you ever needed some voiceover work, like maybe you just needed someone to narrate your day, let me know. I'm very competitive pricing. For you, I would give you, the family deal. Um, but 13 days left of this backer kit campaign, and there are more surprises to come. I can't talk about it because there are there are plans and things in the offing. Make this a little smaller. There we go. Um, but I gotta give shout outs to two very good friends of ours, Abraxas Precipice and Hellbreakers, John and Merrick, respectively. They did me the favor of recording an actual play using the quick start that just or as we like to say, the quicks start. Um, I do love when we can do a bunch of stuff and then I notice the typos live on a live stream. Um, but both of these, I don't know if you got a chance to watch the premiere. Both of these are amazing. They did such a stellar job. They are such a quality group of folks doing amazing streaming work. The production value, of course, chef's kiss. The storytelling and the action and all of that stuff, they just get it. And so if you really uh, if you want to get into it, check these out. Check these live streams out, and you can do that because they're up. And both of them put some stuff together for us so that we could help promo all the beats in our campaign. There are more to come. Some really really amazing stretch goals that I want to. I really want to share, but I just can't. But of course, as that the dulcet tones of the VO artists declared, we've got um, 4 new books coming: Free Navy Conflict, Demon's Gambit for your adventures, and then the core rule book, as well as the Crew Companion. And let's see here, and then the minis. Very excited about that. And boy, people, I know that there's minis gamers out there like, and Chris Pramus enjoys minis gaming. But that's a different, I mean, not a different, it is a very passionate group of people. When they see minis, they're in it. They're in and they're all about it. Look at these cool little minis. This one right here reminds me of a friend. I don't know if you can see there we go. And so we've got crew and ships, dice. We've got 2 new sets of dice, the Laconian and then the Transport Union, of course. And yeah, people really like that. Christine says, I recommend each to everyone. If they aren't sure, I send them the free quick start PDF back. Thank you, Christine. And yeah, that's one of my favorite bundles. Just has all of the quick starts in it, so you can kind of find the genre thing that you want, but it's just nice to have all that together in a download that's free. Can I get some review copies, please? You want review copies of the dice or the minis? And the dice are just cool. Love that. The ship minis are very very cool. William Lang, I agree with you. They're awesome. 10 different ships for a total of 30, and then I believe is it 28, 18 multi-part plastic. So you get 18 crew, and all of these. I'm learning a lot about minis as well. That I instantly forgot the moment I wanted to share. But you'll get them on these sort of like you remember doing models. Have you ever done a model car or something, or model anything? They come on. They're not called sprues. Are they sprues? Is that what they're called? But yeah, they come with all the arms and legs and heads and things, and you can put your minis together and have them look exactly as you wish, with a collection of arms and legs and things, and make them as unique as you wish. Very cool stuff. I am very also excited. I'm also excited about seeing the kit bashing, because I think that people are going to get in there and do some very interesting stuff. Sprues, that's it. Sprues. Yeah, thank you, Swan May. But yeah, and you'll kind of snap them off and put them all together. The ships will as well, and they're multi-part as well. Like like the tip there and the other pieces that yeah, I love it. And the and they're not small. I mean, they're not huge, but they're big enough. The dice are of course great, and then you can pick up the Martian set, the Belter set, and the Earther set. My apologies if you missed out on the early backer proto-molecule set, but them's the breaks. Let's see. Oh yeah, VTT options too. Foundry and Roll20. Very excited about that. Christine says, I'm putting an article together for the American Library Association Gamer Roundtable about. Oh, I love the Gamer Roundtable for the ALA. I love the American Library Association. I've gone to one of their shows, of course, with Nicole, and can I tell you, librarians are hands down the coolest people in the room. Like they're just cool. In addition, I believe that they are going to save the world. So when in doubt, trust a librarian. But yeah, really fun show. And yeah, you got some accessories as well. You got the character dossier, the GM, the GM's kit, which I love our GM's kits. They're very, very awesome. Let's see here. I didn't finish your sentence, Christine, because I was so excited about librarians that I forgot. But it's a table about Swiss Army systems. Yeah, systems that can work for any genre and have a lot of flexibility, and ages in the list. Fantastic. Well, Christine, if there's anything we can help with, whether that's sending you some stuff, let us know. I write the Confession of an RPG Nerd articles for them. Nice. Well, Christine, that's really excited to hear, and I'm glad that you decided to pop by the stream. And if you need anything at all, you can either pop by the tank or you can send a note to Let's Play at Green Renine. I don't know if we have a picture of the proto-molecule dice. Shadowcat's asking for the Stromer librarians are the heroes we need. I mean, just honestly, they're just cool. Very cool. So here's the pledge tiers. I'm just going to go over them because that's what this stream's all about. Then we've got the Kamina Drummer, Anderson Dawes. We've got retailers, of course, they're taken care of. So if you're a retailer and you're listening or you're watching, we've got you covered. Maybe you just want yourself a set of minis. You can get just the core book in print and PDF for $50. You can do the VTT. Then we also have the core book in print, the PDF, and then a choice of one of the new sets of dice. Jay Gray says, I wonder if I can get a job as a librarian here on the island and have my kids there. There are always kids there for sure. And the library is just, if I think in another life, I would have become a librarian. But I definitely love libraries and spend a lot of time there. And I also, here in Seattle, we've got a very cool library that is just all kinds of angles and glass. It's very, very cool. Let's see. Hippo HQ says the cards in the GM kits are invaluable. I bought 2 Modern Age sets to get double the cards. Yeah, people really do like those. They do indeed. All right, so we have your mixed set, the Amos Burton or the Bobby Draper. And this is, this is 4 miniatures boxes. Then you've got, 1 crew and 1 spaceship, or you can plus it up and get 4. Then we've got the big one, the Nomi Nagata, and that's all 4 new books in print plus PDFs for each one for $150. And then the big, this is the Michio Pa, and it's you get it all the good stuff. which would be $425 if you were to do it separately, and you get a deal for $235 if you are part of if you're backing it. Jay Gray says, could you imagine a dedicated TTRPG librarian that can work as a full librarian too? Yeah, I mean, I could. That's a very interesting idea. I know that we are always being contacted and connected with librarians or community members that run games at the library. I myself used to run programs for VR stuff and all kinds of fun stuff. But libraries are so much more than just the books. It is really a phenomenal place for community to go and for kids to hang out and to learn and to connect. And it's just amazing. And the librarians are all of those sort of agents of change and support and really do amazing stuff for the communities they're in. And then, okay, stretch goals. So we've got a free PDF of Inner Worlds Adventure number 2 at $275K. Are we kind of, looks like we might be going, I'm trying to see which order we're going in, but we've done this. So anybody who is backed at $75K, we give a free current Expanse Core rulebook to a PDF for backers, which is great. You get a free copy of that, fulfilled by Drive-Thru RPG. And then, we've gone hardcover for Demon's Gambit. You get a free digital token pack, free Navy Conflict. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, we're not quite there yet. So we've got the Navy Conflict is in hardcover now. The core book map becomes double-sided with spaceships combat playmat. Are we at? Hold on here. What am I doing? I'm going to double check that are we at? Sorry, I'll get up to the top here. Yeah, we're at, for a minute there I was like, are we at 150 or 250? So we've unlocked tons of good stuff. Core book map becomes double-sided with spaceship combat playmat on the back. That's awesome. Then we've got free PDF of that. So that's okay. It looks like we might have. Am I seeing things here? This is. What was that at? Sorry. Sorry for the eye strain. But I feel like I've got a rogue piece of art that confused me, and I'm already confused enough as it is. Yeah, so I think this. Oh, number 2. Okay, so it looks like that my other one might have been number 1. Sorry. And it's funny, I've already kind of, I've known all these things, been in the meetings where we discuss them, and then I get here and talk with you folks, and I just absolutely forget it all. Christine says, I'm only a part-time only. I'm a part-time library assistant, but it is worth all the time I spend working on it when not at work. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Jay Gray, if you explore sort of the notion we happen to live in the same in the PNW here in Seattle, and but if you get some traction there, let me know, because I've always wanted to do some outreach to our Seattle library, and also all of Snohomish County as well. That whole library system is amazing. They're all amazing. But I've done some programmatic work with them, and I think that there is TTRPGs in the library of books and the act of role playing around a table. Libraries are just uniquely suited to that. So let me know if you need some help in that regard, Jay Gray. So or anybody really, if you got a connection with your library, you're already doing some stuff, and you think that Green Ronin Books will have a well used spot on the shelf there, let me know, and we're happy to coordinate with community folks that are doing that work, or the libraries directly, however we want to do that. But yeah, so lots of good stuff. We'll be updating. There are some, like I said, I can't share all the goods, but there are some good things coming, very specific to stretch goals, and we're pretty stoked. I'm going to give you a hint because it is germane to our conversation. The think tank is already home to a membership program that for mutants and masterminds. Now, again, the things that I've been clicking on and all the stuff that you see here, especially so with the M&M space within the think tank, is just wild. It's the most engaging group of people who are there writing articles, and we're not talking like sort of throwaway listicles or something. This is real meaty collaborative documents that provide great insight into what it means to run a game or to play, what it means to develop a character, your heroes. It's just all of the stuff. And then we've got like a dynamic duo running mutants and masterminds with just one player and GM. Also, we try to map content to what we talk about on Mutants and Masterminds Monday. As we continue to develop the age side of stuff, we'll do the same. But yeah, so in addition, so there's the Aegis files. The Freedom Studio Library is a place where people write up all kinds of great articles on how to play. They talk about so here we go. Tony Jones wrote reusing designs with artificer, inventor, and ritualist. And again, these are really great articles that prompt you into like, this is so great. A city building template by Paul Rua. Paul is just each one of the contributors are people who are community members that come in and share their inspiration, and this is the space for it. But it's just, I can't tell you enough how awesome it is. Like, templates are here. You're getting actual tools and ideas, discussions, and then if you find something particularly inspiring and it inspires you to do something, you can riff off this stuff and create your own article, taking a piece of the inspiration and kind of running with it. Very cool stuff. And then the Aegis files, I won't go through all of it, but this is such a great the conceit is you have hacked the mainframe of the Aegis files. The Aegis is the kind of the shield of of this particular universe, and you get to all of the detailed dossiers on heroes and villains and all kinds of stuff. So it is also there are some other fun stuff that goes on. There's Jack. Jack's one of our in addition to he does live streams on Mutants and Mastermind stuff. He's developing his own world, sharing his progress in the think tank. Paul Rua is a creative genius, hands down, full stop. But Jack's also a Superpowered by M&M published guy, and so he's got a space in the tank as well. That is where is that? Basically, it's much like our H Creators Alliance in that those folks get a space rather to share their stuff, and Jack has that too. The Superpower by M&M, Lewis Porter Jr. is here as well. All kinds of great updates, and of Gods and Game Masters is Jack's space. Now, I'm sharing all of this with you, even though it doesn't apply to age, because it's all free. That all the stuff there is free, and it is growing. It's a growing library, new resources and new approaches to talking about playing and developing Mutants and Masterminds content is there, and you get to see all my private messages as they pop up. Also, there are also paid tiers, but they are very specialized. So, for instance, we have the Cape and Cow Club. In the Keeping Cowl Club, you get access to the Patreon archive. The Sanctum is going to be it's a space that we need to develop, but it's imagine each of our a developer for a particular line, especially for Mutants Masterminds. They've developed some templates, some special tools to help them, whether that's some kind of a um, stat block layout or an adventure template, all of that stuff. We're going to put that in there so that Alex Thomas, the line lead, and Steve Kenson, the Mutants and Master Daddy, can share the little bits and pieces that they use to kind of speed up their process and or enrich it or make it more complete. And so you get access to that. The Keeping Cowl Club itself, I'm not going to click on it because it's top secret, but there's all kinds of stuff happening. Let me show you. Where exactly did I put that? Was it y'all? The membership has, you get a kind of an evergreen discount in the store on Mutants and Mastermind stuff, and really on all things. You get to participate in a monthly workshop that is actually working with developers to develop a product. Like, you really go through the whole process and get to learn about world building, get to learn about character development, storytelling, how to the cadence and how to craft a story, how to write down to the layout of a city. And you'll see here this Pinewood project that I'm not going to click on. That's the monthly workshop. And when I say creative sparks, I mean that is just amazing. And Jay Grace mentions this too. Means to an end for sure. So I share the M&M stuff because we're going to be adding age stuff as well. All that is, and we're engagement. The folks who are engaged in Mutants Masterminds, many of them are also leaders in the other spaces as well. But I share this here to say to you, if you're sitting there and you're like, gosh, I really love the adventure game engine, and I want to share my experiences, my wisdom, my insight. The Atomic Think Tank is the space for you. So you can come in and kind of check that out. Now you're going to updates are coming on a program, on the programs that we're launching for for the age side of the house. And I'm just going to say it's sort of a kind of an insider program, if you will. So stay tuned for that. But of course, we have the Valiant as well. All the good stuff happening there, play tests, schedules, all that kind of good stuff. Words for the Geomancer. We kind of crafted a similar space as we did for Mutants Masterminds proper, and it's just a place for stories, updates, all kinds of good stuff. And we've already talked about the Superpowered by M&M. We've got VTT communities that we are building out. These are all the spaces that we're in. Let's see here. Modern Age and Fantasy Age, Cthulhu Awakens, the Expanse RPG, Dragon Age, all kinds of good stuff. Blue Rose. Now there are some other things that we're working on. Some of these spaces that are not public yet, but imagine a space where artists can share their accessibility or availability to help you create. Maybe you can commission them for a hero team or a very specific NPC for age. That's in development. The writer's bullpen, of course, is sort of it may change names, but the notion is that there are people out there that are ready to help with things like editing and to kind of help your stuff shine that much more, doing whether they do a sensitivity pass or whatever. If there's a need for people who are developing stuff, whether you intend to share it through our community content program, or you just want to have a really high quality adventure for your table, we want to have all those resources here of people that we all know and trust. And then let's see here, the friendly local game store. That's something. Dragon Age, of course, is in there, and admin stuff that I can't talk about. The one thing I do want to talk about is the Skunk Works, and all of the names are of this are meant to change. But we're inviting a very small group that will help build this space off the radar, and then once we've got it in a good shape, we'll take it live. And it's the homebrew section. And the idea is, these names are just being goofy, but the idea is that there's a space like Homebrew Ad Hominem to just talk about, what needs to be fixed, or and it's really a space for what it is not. It is not a space for folks to come in and want, they want to do let's say you're just hankering for, I don't know, Thundar the Barbarian, and you want to run that as a fantasy age game. You can do that, but we're not looking in this space. It is a space for the community to kind of go a little rogue and have some fun. But it's not a space where we're looking for pitches or any of that kind of thing. We disavow the existence of this space. But there's a lot of people doing some really amazing stuff out there with homebrew, and we want to provide a place for you to connect with other people who enjoy that. Let's see. I'm absolutely ignoring chat. I apologize for that. Let's see. Duke says, "Gosh, I really love the adventure game engine." You know what? Me too. Shadowcat says, "Story, what happened to the DC universe?" As I have all 4 books. We don't have that license anymore. So it's just not, like you won't see, any of the stuff that we just don't, run anymore, or that we don't have the license for. Let's see. As far as like the naming conventions and stuff, the reason why I chose Skunk Works is it's such an old reference, literally a reference from, if anybody knows this, I would be surprised, maybe if you're a theater nerd, but Lil Abner, an old kind of subversive hillbilly kind of thing, commentary on the world at large and etc. And Little Abner was kind of Abner, what was his name? Yoakum? Not anything that has any traction these days, but back in the day, popular comic, Sunday comic, as well as a popular musical. Very corny. But the Skunk Works has its roots in this sort of a secretive place where people could do their work, but in ways that were unfettered by ad minutia and sort of the prying eyes of the boss, allowing for freedom and innovation and experimentation. And they called it the Skunk Works because I guess that this really it has its roots in history. I believe it was it might have been NASA engineers, or anyway, they were doing some secret stuff. Somebody started this sort of arm of the research division and R&D kind of place, but it was the tent that they used, or they built it in. It was built next to like something very stinky, so they called it the Skunk Works. And so that's a long way of saying that's why we're calling this the Skunk Works, or at least for now. But yeah, so that's that. Now, if you're somebody who is like, hey, I like homebrew and I'm really excited about it, let me know. Especially if you are somebody who is interested in laying the groundwork, the foundational work, putting in some time, not an inordinate amount of time, but enough time to help create a structure, sort of a lattice work that will keep this project sustained.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're building there, and that's what we're building in the think tank in general. Just providing spaces for people to get creative, have some fun, uh, and learn their craft and hone their craft and share what they know about telling great stories. Um, I say this often, but the GM is the best storyteller that I think our species has ever known. There's just nothing like the training and the experience that GMs put themselves through. It is a never-ending, you know, uh, uh, step into refining and really getting into the finer points of crafting a good story, and in doing so more than I think any body of people, including the learned, uh, people, who are going to school to tell stories. I mean, that's kind of a thing, I guess, but nothing compared to the work that GMs put in just to get better at what they do. It's humbling to be a part of because you see this in the think tank. I had hoped that it would come about, but create a space for people to do creative stuff and do your level best to make sure that it's stable and fun and that there's a bunch of people collected that also enjoy that thing. Boy, I feel like there's nothing we can't do. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see. Tempo says, "Are you going to do any official works that have Blue Rose and Dragon Age in a crossover?" I don't know if we're going to do anything official, honestly. When I say official, I mean like, yeah, I don't think we don't have plans to kind of do a mashup. Um, that one's a little that particular mashup is a little challenging given that Dragon Age is a licensed product, and so a little harder to mash up. But maybe a Blue Rose Cthulhu, or maybe we've done all kinds of stuff. Now you, my friend, absolutely can go out there and mash up some Blue Rose and Dragon Age stuff. Um, we have some like Allie in chat. Has done a Fantasy Age Dragon Age mashup, and it's awesome. Um, and so yeah, so that kind of stuff, that's homebrew. That's homebrew stuff. Absolutely will have a home there. Let's see. No to your question, Tempo, and that's just sadly that's where that is. Um, I think there may be conversations in the future to kind of talk about what it means to salvage something. But let's see. Do you have any thoughts on a Dragon Age 2E? I love Dragon Age. I loved it, since the moment I played it. And you always want to see more of what you love, and we all love it. So there you go. Um, yeah, that's true. I love that. Duke says, yeah, the vibe can be ported to something else for sure. Let's see other stuff. We Yeah, Stromer says, with that good Bioware relationship, I'm always holding out hope. I'm not going to say those words, but yeah, we're friends. We definitely are friends still. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. Yeah, Swan, maybe I'm going all the way back. Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works. Yeah, I knew it was something about that. Yeah. Um, and touched on the Dragon Age stuff. Let's see, anything else? I think we're good. I'll give folks a couple minutes if you want to drop a. Oh yeah. Duke says Veilguard is about to hit. We're actually doing some fun stuff around that. Not any new content, of course, but we are making sure not a day goes by that somebody doesn't say, "What? There's the Dragon Age TTRPG." Oh yeah. Swan, me. How do you want me to share that? I'm thinking of. You shared it in Mercy Me. Where did you share that? Was it in the was it in Fantasy Age? Let me know in chat as far as the jam goes.
And if I'm not able to find it or articulate it, ask a Ronin. That's right. That's right. One of the fun things while I'm hunting around for the Ask a Ronin space. There we go. Oh, here we go. Is that it? Hey AJ. AJ asks, hello. Are there plans for the core book of Fantasy Age 2E on Foundry? Yes, absolutely. Okay, good. So yeah, so please make one Halloween related homebrew and keep it short, definitely below 10 standard size pages. That can mean Halloweeny as in horror or Halloweeny as in lighthearted. Somebody make a cozy witch Halloween adventure. I will play. Please keep the content roughly PG-13 to soft R rating. Nice. Okay. At the end, I will try to compile the entries into one document and post it to the Reddit, and the think tank. Nice. We should talk together about putting the initial foot of the homebrew section. Maybe put something together. Jager says, should I start streaming session prep for Age? Yes, you should do that. And okay, there is no prize except being a part of things. I will say, and this is up to Swan May. If you want a prize, maybe I don't know, you could get a PDF of your choosing from the store for free or something. You think about it. Happy to provide some pricing for that. But the deadline is Thursday, October 10th, not too far away, at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight. And there's you can check out the rest of that. I don't necessarily want to put your email on blast, but get over there to the Tank Friends and get you involved in that. And yeah, that'll be great. Let me stop there. Well, friends, you've gotten 11 bonus minutes of the ThursdAGE program, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I do appreciate you suffering my rambling. It always is more fascinating and engaging when I can riff off somebody else and sort of but I do really enjoy hanging out, sharing the latest info with you, but also you're all just very cool people. I truly appreciate it. All of us at Green Ornine really do. We value the time you take to play and to share and to engage, and we really hope to continue to build our momentum in the think tank so that you can come and be a part of that, and and get and just help us build some community. You are so welcome, friends. Thank you so much. That skeleton is my true form. That is me. Just before I evaporated entirely. With that, friends, thank you again for hanging out. There are so many things out there in the world, TTRPGs, of course, so many communities doing wonderful things, and we just really appreciate the fact that you have chosen to hang out with us, to do amazing things with us, and we value that, and look forward to all the things we've got cooking. And then give me a heads up, just for me personally. Tell me if you've got a fun spooky thing happening with your table. If you're doing a live stream or something, I'd love to come and play around and have some fun. So if that's you and you've got a spot, I promise I'll be on my bet. I promise I'll be on my nearly best behavior. I'll probably cause some trouble, as is my way, but all in fun and all with. I just want to have some spooky time. Halloween is, of course, the best holiday of the year. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you back here on Monday for Mutants and Masterminds Monday. Hey, Big Nate, good to see you, buddy. Just in time for me to say goodbye, and have a good night.